Going on to you, Scorpios. So you Scorpios actually have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and you Scorpios have the Chariot. So the situation for you Scorpios is that yeah, this is amazing. This is a very good reading because the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles it speaks to like I said, this speaks to how it is that you try to talk to somebody, they didn't want to take you seriously, and you Scorpios is like, nah, they got to show you some level of reciprocity. This shows that you may have probably tried to go ahead and show them some form of effort. They never wanted to show you any kind of effort whatsoever. So now a lot of you Scorpios are like, nah, that's a dub. Because a lot of you Scorpios know what it is. If the person isn't showing you any kind of effort, then why would you Scorpios decide to hang around them at all in the first place? So the Fool and the Magician represents how a lot of those people really can't understand what exactly is going on with you. If you Scorpios have been talking to somebody, they're thinking about you quite a lot right now because they can't understand if they're supposed to be better than you, why is it that you Scorpios are able to walk away so easily? And now comes a level of paranoia because people who have that kind of mindset, that's the scenario. They don't ever want to actually let you go. They want to continue to be dysfunctional to you and treat you like trash for the rest of their life and for the rest of yours if they could. So a lot of the times people will be asking themselves, well, why is it that they're going through this? Those people are like this with you, Scorpio, because those people ultimately are individuals who really aren't really in a particular situation where you Scorpios really should take them seriously. They're not meant to be taken seriously whatsoever. The King of Cups and the Knight of Swords now represents how a lot of you Scorpios also should take into consideration the fact that you're in a very good position. The Knight of Swords represents the Knight of Swords now, and the Seven of Wands, is about how it is. Sometimes this card can, but can run me through a loop sometimes. But yeah, this person has a hard time letting you go. So there's definitely a sense of you Scorpios have walked away, says the King of Cups, and they haven't learned to walk away yet. They haven't learned to let go of you yet. They're still in a particular situation where all it is that they're trying to do is just, figure out a way where they could essentially weasel their way in for you Scorpios, right? How can they get themselves through your armor so that they could get to you Scorpios, just to figure out a way to try to hurt you again, try to cause some form of turmoil again, because you Scorpios have to, I ain't gonna say you have to, but you Scorpios should really understand the psychology, the mindset of a person who likes to disrespect, and I can't say the A word, but likes to disrespect and treat people like trash. What they do is they like to treat you like trash. They like to, if they could, hang around you for your whole life and just make you miserable, and they're getting off on that, and it's ingrained into who they are. It's a part of who they are. So unless that part of who they are changes, they will never stop doing that, and they will like to do that as to many people as they possibly can. And they like, and real talk, they like to spread that type of mentality like it's the common cold or something like this. I hope YouTube doesn't hit me for it, but they like to spread it like it's the common cold, right? Like how it is that you cough and then the other person gets the common cold from inhaling the germs and stuff like this. That's the scenario that they're doing. They hope that you would start to do it to them, and the two of you can essentially go back and forth doing it to each other. And they like to be able to get away with it as much as they possibly can because they don't really have a limit. As long as they don't go to jail or they don't go to prison for it, then they're okay doing it. They don't have any kind of inhibitions, they don't have any kind of prohibitions or ways for them to kind of stop themselves or filter themselves from not doing that at all. They'll do it. So a lot of you Scorpios, this is the psychology that a lot of you Scorpios are getting away from. You don't want to have to deal with somebody who is dysfunctional like this. And those people don't really want to let you go at all. Those people that you Scorpios have been talking to, that you stopped talking to recently, they don't want to let you go because they are coming from that type of mentality. So now the Six of Swords represents, you're seeing how it is that you pulled their card from you Scorpios deciding to actually get out because you see it for what it is. They're like, no, you Scorpios can't leave. How could you leave? Why is it that you're leaving in the first place? And the Two of Pentacles is because you Scorpios are frustrated. You Scorpios see it for what it is. You've been through the nonsense before. So why would you Scorpios go through the same? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got you Scorpios off of trying to seek revenge 3 years ago in 2021. Why? Like, why would you Scorpios go back to getting into the fray to now having to seek revenge, being revengeful, being upset, being angry, being, taking on extra baggage and all this other type of nonsense, when you can essentially just walk away? So a lot of you very much so, a lot of you Scorpios very much so have this mentality of, if it stresses you out, especially if it's a person, if the person stresses you out, then they gotta go, they gotta go if So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. You have the Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands. No, excuse me. The Knight of Wands, Four of Cups, High Priestess, Five of Swords. So the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, to clarify the Two of Pentacles, speaks to how they need you. That's the mentality of a disrespectful and dysfunctional person. They need you, but they got to play it off like they don't. That's what all of the dysfunction is about. These are, dysfunctional people who treat people like trash, who are dysfunctional in that sense. Those are people who are broken individuals. They're broken. They've got real issues. I don't know if y'all Scorpios really knew this, but Scorpio is the zodiac sign of like the psychology. Scorpios are the zodiac signs of psychology. That Virgo, what I'm saying? That represents trying to understand the psychology, right? The zodiac signs of investigation. That's Virgo and Scorpio are the zodiac signs of investigation. So a lot of times, like Scorpios will end up being detectives for the police, because a lot of Scorpios they like to dig for the truth, right? They like to understand. A lot of y'all like to understand what exactly is going on, right? And Virgo shares that same kind of philosophy where, as Virgos like to take time out of their day to really dedicate or set aside some time to really understand their surroundings a whole lot better. So the thing about it is that the Four of Cups and the High Priestess now is about how, since that's the case, a lot of you Scorpios have gotten away from this. So now this person, they're going to try to do everything that they possibly can, including wine and dine you. Don't be surprised, Scorpio, if the person that you are, getting to know starts to act like they have some common sense when you Scorpios decide enough is enough and it's time for you to actually remove yourself from their life. Now all of a sudden they want to start whining and dining and dating you and talking about how they want to be with you and all of this other type of stuff. And the Five of Swords, now you're in a situation where you Scorpios are like, you know, they don't actually mean any of that type of stuff. And it's not because, because the truth is that this is what it is I'm trying to get you Scorpios to understand. They can never actually be in a well-rounded, square dealing relationship. They can't, because it would break their psyche. They're already broken, but it would leave them in a fetal position. Like they can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why it is that you shouldn't run around with a chip on your shoulder, because the people who run around with a chip on their shoulder doing all of that, right, when it's just too much, you know, there's nothing wrong with a little chip on your shoulder. But when, you know what I'm saying? But when it's something to where it's like, whoa, it's like you're interacting with them, and like every time you interact with them, they just mad crazy and stuff for no reason and stuff. Those are the type of people who are the most broken, because they're constantly thinking somebody's out to get them, and paranoid and stuff like this, and dysfunctional, and you know what I'm saying? They're delusional, like there's not really something going on upstairs. So you Scorpios have to understand that a person who has this type of mentality, you can talk to them as much as you want, unless they actually take that step to change what's really going on. They're never actually really going to change what's really going on with them, for it to be sustained long-term change, you know. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website. There's all the ways to get a private tarot reading from me, birth chart reading, as well as the books that I have that are on Amazon. Peace.